My girlfriend said, "Stop asking where I am all the time. I'm moving in with my professor so I can focus on my studies." I replied calmly, "All right, whatever you want." Then I forwarded her message to the professor's wife. I sent those papers too that she wanted me to sign. I didn't say anything else. 2 days later, her serious studies were nowhere to be found. I'm a 29-year-old systems analyst at a mid-sized tech firm in Seattle. I work remotely most days, pull in a decent 6 figures, and until 3 months ago, I thought I had my life pretty well sorted out. My name doesn't matter for this story. What matters is what happened when I trusted the wrong person with everything I'd built. I met Lauren during a charity fundraiser 2 years ago. She was 26, getting her master's in psychology, and had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. Smart, ambitious, beautiful, the whole package, or so I thought. We moved in together after 8 months. I bought a condo in Capitol Hill, my name on the deed, my down payment of $80,000, but I never made her feel like it wasn't her home too. She had her own key, her own space for studying, and I even converted the second bedroom into an office for her thesis work. Bought her a new desk, a Herman Miller chair, bookshelves, the works. Probably dropped $3,000 on that room alone. Everything felt normal until about 4 months ago. That's when Dr. Richard Brennan entered our lives. Lauren had always been serious about school, but when she started taking Dr. Brennan's advanced cognitive behavioral therapy course in January, something shifted. Suddenly, she was staying late on campus 3, sometimes 4 nights a week. Study groups, she'd say. Extra credit research. Dr. Brennan needs help with his book. I didn't think much of it at first. I wanted to be supportive. I'd been the one encouraging her to push herself academically, to network, to build relationships with professors who could help her career. But then the texts started getting weird. "Don't wait up. Grabbing dinner near campus. Dr. Brennan needs help organizing files for his new book. Might crash at Sarah's place. Too tired to drive." I'm not a jealous person by nature, but when your girlfriend of 2 years starts coming home at 11 p.m. smelling like wine and expensive cologne that definitely isn't drugstore quality, you notice. When I'd ask where she'd been, she'd get defensive. "Snippy, why are you tracking me? I'm an adult. I don't need to report my every move to you." This is exactly the kind of controlling behavior my therapist warned me about. Her therapist. That was new too. She'd started seeing someone in February, right after the semester started. Fair enough, I thought. So I backed off, gave her space, tried to be the understanding boyfriend who didn't make her feel suffocated. Update 1. Things came to a head on a Tuesday night in early March. I was working late on a server migration. One of our clients was having major issues, and I was putting out fires remotely. Lauren came home around 10:30. She had that look, flushed cheeks, slightly disheveled hair, eyes that wouldn't quite meet mine. Her lipstick, which had been perfect when she left that morning, was gone. "Hey," I said from the couch, laptop still open. "Long day." She dropped her bag by the door. "Yeah, Dr. Brennan's book deadline is coming up. We've been organizing case studies for the last 6 hours. You grab dinner? Just something quick on campus." I gestured to the kitchen. "Want me to heat up the lasagna I made? There's plenty left." She shook her head, not even looking at the kitchen. "I'm actually pretty full. I'm gonna shower and head to bed. Early morning tomorrow. It's 10:30 on a Tuesday. I know what time it is." Her voice had an edge. I was just saying, "I'm tired. Can we not do this right now?" And that was it. No kiss. No sitting down to decompress. No asking how my day went. Just straight to the bathroom. I wish I could say I ignored the red flags. But that night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I wasn't trying to snoop. I was getting water, and it was just sitting there. I glanced at it. A text from RB. "Tonight was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. Same time Thursday." My stomach dropped. I stood there staring at those words until the screen went dark. Then it buzzed again. "You left your earring in my car. I'll bring it Thursday." Good thing P didn't notice. P, his wife. Patricia. When Lauren came out, I was sitting at the dining table. My laptop was closed. She saw my face and froze, water still dripping from her hair. "We need to talk," I said. "About what?" "About who RB is. About why someone's texting you that they can't stop thinking about you." Her face went pale, then red. "You went through my phone?" It was sitting right there. It lit up. I didn't go through anything. I just saw what popped up. Twice. She grabbed the phone off the counter, holding it against her chest like I might lunge for it. That's such an invasion of privacy. You have no right. Lauren. Who is RB? Silence. The shower was still running in the background. She'd forgotten to turn it off. It's Dr. Brennan, isn't it? More silence. Then, it's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. She sat down across from me, and I could see her calculating, trying to figure out what story would work, what I'd already seen versus what I could only guess. Finally, she said, we've gotten close. He's been mentoring me. It's complicated. Complicated how? He understands me. My goals. My work. We connect on a level that. She stopped herself. That what? That I don't. I didn't say that. You were about to. She stood up. I can't do this right now. I'm exhausted. I've been working all day. Have you? Excuse me. Have you been working? Or have you been with him? She grabbed her phone tighter. I need space. I can't think when you're interrogating me like this. Are you sleeping with him? Jesus Christ, no. He's my professor. He's married. He has 2 kids. That's not an answer. That's just a list of reasons you shouldn't be sleeping with him. She looked me dead in the eye. No, I am not sleeping with him. But I do have feelings for him. And I don't know what to do about it. At least she was honest. I'll give her that. So what happens now? I asked. I don't know. I need to figure things out. I need time. How much time? I don't know. She was getting loud now. Stop pressuring me. I'm not pressuring you. I'm asking basic questions about our relationship. And that's the problem. You're always asking questions. Always checking in. Always needing to know where I am and what I'm doing. It's suffocating. I leaned back in my chair. So I'm the problem. I didn't say that. You just did. She went to the bedroom and slammed the door. We didn't talk much for the next week. I slept on the couch. She stayed in the bedroom. We moved around each other like ghosts. She'd leave early, come home late. I started documenting everything. Times, dates, what she said. My brother had told me once that if a relationship ever goes south, documentation is your best friend. I didn't think I'd ever need that advice. Update 2. Then, on March 19th, she hit me with it. I was making coffee when she walked into the kitchen, already dressed, bag packed. Not just her school bag, a duffel bag too. I need to tell you something, she said. I turned around, coffee pot in hand. Okay. I'm moving out. I set the coffee pot down carefully. Where? Dr. Brennan has a guest house behind his main property. He said I could stay there while I finish my thesis. It'll help me focus. No distractions. I can really dive deep into my research. I laughed. Not because it was funny. Because it was so absurdly transparent. You're moving into your married professor's guest house. It's not like that. His wife knows. She's fine with it. She's actually really supportive of his mentorship work. She thinks it's wonderful that he takes such an interest in his students' success. Does she know you have feelings for him? Lauren looked away. This is why I need space. You're always questioning me. Always making me feel guilty for wanting to advance my career. I can't grow in this environment. My therapist says I need to prioritize my own needs. So I'm the problem. You're making this about you when it's about me and my education. It's about you moving in with a man you admitted you have feelings for. He's helping me with my thesis. In his guest house, where you'll be 20 feet from his back door. She grabbed her bag. I'll come get the rest of my stuff this weekend. I just need essentials right now. Lauren, if you walk out that door to go live with him, we're done. You know that, right? She paused at the door. Look back. For a second, I thought she might stay. Then she said, I know. And she left. I sat there in the kitchen for a long time. The coffee got cold. I didn't drink it. Instead, I did something I hadn't done in years. I called my older brother, Todd, who's a divorce attorney in Portland. She wants you to sign something, doesn't she? He said after I explained everything. How'd you know? Because that's how these things work. She's going to come back in a few days with papers claiming she has some right to the condo or your assets because you live together. Common law bullshit, even though Washington doesn't technically recognize it. They'll call it palimony or domestic partnership dissolution. Don't sign anything without me looking at it first. What do I do until then? Document everything. Save every text. Note every conversation. If she comes back for her stuff, have someone else there as a witness. Don't be alone with her. Don't give her any ammunition. He was right. 3 days later, Lauren texted. Can we meet? I need you to sign some paperwork. Just formalities so we can separate cleanly. No drama. I didn't respond. She texted again the next day. Stop being difficult. These are just documents saying we're splitting fairly. My lawyer said it's standard procedure. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Her lawyer. She'd already gotten a lawyer. She'd been gone 4 days and already had legal representation. I finally replied, send them over. I'll have someone look at them. The documents arrived via email that afternoon. 12 pages. I forwarded them to Todd immediately. He called me an hour later, and I could hear the anger in his voice. Do not sign these, he said. She's trying to claim palimony. Says she contributed to household expenses and helped you advance your career by providing emotional support and domestic labor. She wants $75,000 in immediate compensation and ongoing monthly payments of $2,500 for 2 years. You're kidding. I'm not. She's claiming she sacrificed her own career development to support yours. Says she took on household responsibilities, provided emotional labor, and created a home environment that allowed you to focus on your job. She's saying her contributions directly led to your promotions and salary increases. This is insane, but I've seen this kind of thing before. She's been planning this. For how long? Based on how detailed these documents are, at least a couple months. This isn't something you throw together in 4 days. That's when it clicked. The professor, the sudden need for space, the lawyer, the therapist who kept telling her to prioritize her needs. This was never about her thesis. This was about setting herself up financially while having her affair. She was building a case against me while sleeping in my bed. Update 3. I didn't sign. Instead, I did something that, looking back, might have been petty. But I was hurt and angry and tired of being played like an idiot. I searched online for Dr. Richard Brennan's wife. Took me about 10 minutes. Her name was Patricia Brennan, MD. She was a pediatric surgeon at Seattle Children's Hospital. Very active on social media. Lots of posts about medical conferences, charity work, and their 2 teenage kids, a daughter who played volleyball and a son who was into robotics. She seemed nice. Normal. Completely unaware that her husband was destroying her family. I sent her a message on Facebook. Took me an hour to write it. I wanted to get the tone right. Not vindictive, not dramatic, just honest. Mrs. Brennan, I don't know if you're aware of this, but my girlfriend Lauren has moved into your guest house. She told me you were supportive of this arrangement and that you think it's wonderful how much your husband mentors his students. I wanted to reach out because Lauren recently admitted to me that she has romantic feelings for your husband and has been spending significant time with him outside of class. I thought you should know the full context of her moving onto your property. I've also attached the legal documents she's trying to get me to sign, which reference financial claims she's making against me. Based on the timeline in these documents, I believe she's been planning to leave me for at least 2 months, the same period she's been getting close to your husband. I'm sorry to involve you in this, but I felt you deserve to know what's happening in your own home. These are screenshots from her phone that I saw, along with the palimony documents her lawyer drafted. I attached screenshots of the "Can't Stop Thinking About You" texts, the one about the earring, and the full 12-page palimony document that laid out Lauren's financial demands. Then I sent it. And I waited. Lauren texted me that night. Stop asking where I am all the time. I'm moving in with my professor so I can focus on my studies. This is what I need right now. I need you to respect my choices and my education. I read it twice. The audacity. The complete rewriting of reality. Like I'd been the one hounding her, not the other way around. I replied, all right, whatever you want. And then I forwarded her exact message to Patricia. Just that. Nothing else. Let her see, in Lauren's own words, how she was characterizing the situation. I also sent the unsigned palimony papers back to Lauren's lawyer with a note. Here are those documents you wanted my client to sign. I had them reviewed by counsel. He will not be signing. Any further communication should go through me. I CC'd my brother. Then I added a personal message to Lauren. Good luck with your studies. I didn't say anything else. For 2 days, nothing happened. Radio silence. I went to work. Came home. Tried not to check my phone every 5 minutes. I went to the gym. Tried to sleep. Failed mostly. But I didn't reach out to her. Didn't check her social media. Didn't drive by the professor's house, even though I'd looked up the address. Then, on day 3, my phone exploded. 12 missed calls from Lauren. 17 texts. What did you do? Call me now? You ruined everything. Patricia kicked me out. She's filing for divorce. Richard won't talk to me. He won't even look at me. The university is investigating him. Do you know what you've done? I could lose my degree over this. You're a vindictive asshole. I have nowhere to go. My stuff is on the lawn. I thought you loved me. How could you do this to me? I didn't respond to any of them. My brother called that evening. Hey, you're not going to believe this. Lauren's lawyer contacted me. They're dropping the palimony claim. Completely. They sent formal notice that their client is no longer pursuing any financial remedies or claims against you related to the dissolution of your domestic partnership. Why? Because she has no case, and now she has no credibility. Whatever you did, it worked. Also, and I'm just curious, did you contact the professor's wife? I might have. He laughed. Actually laughed. You magnificent bastard. That was brilliant. Risky, but brilliant. I just told her the truth. Sometimes the truth is the best weapon. Final update. The full story came out over the next 2 weeks, and it was worse than I thought. Turns out, Patricia had no idea Lauren was moving into the guest house. Richard had told her it was a male graduate student named Marcus who needed temporary housing due to a family emergency. When Patricia got my message, she went out to the guest house immediately. Found Lauren unpacking. Found evidence that Richard had been there earlier, his jacket, his water bottle, some of his books. She confronted Richard that same night. According to a mutual friend who heard it from Patricia's sister, Richard initially denied everything. Said I was a jealous ex trying to cause trouble. But Patricia showed him the screenshots, the texts, the palimony documents that proved Lauren had been planning this for months. He broke down and admitted he'd been having an affair with Lauren since mid-January. 2 months. Patricia kicked Lauren out that night, literally put her stuff on the front lawn. Called Lauren's parents to come get her. Patricia also called the university's ethics board the next morning. Filed a formal complaint. Attached all the evidence I'd sent her plus her own documentation. The investigation was fast. Richard was suspended within a week pending a full review. The investigation found multiple violations, inappropriate relationships with students, misuse of university resources, potential grade manipulation. 2 other former students came forward during the investigation with their own stories about Richard. Apparently, this wasn't his first time. He was fired in April, lost his tenure, lost his book deal. The publisher canceled the contract once the news broke, lost his reputation. Patricia filed for divorce 2 weeks after kicking Lauren out. She got the house, primary custody of the kids, and a very favorable settlement according to Washington state law. Richard's lawyer apparently advised him to accept whatever Patricia wanted because if it went to court, the affair evidence would destroy him. Lauren tried calling me 6 times over the following week. I never answered. She eventually sent one final text. I made a mistake. I see that now. I wasn't thinking clearly. He manipulated me. I was vulnerable, and he took advantage. Can we talk? Please? I miss you. I miss us. I know I can fix this if you'll just give me a chance to explain. I blocked her number. But I heard things anyway. Through mutual friends. Through people in her program. Lauren tried to continue her master's program, but couldn't face going back to campus after everything came out. The other students knew. The professors knew. She became the cautionary tale. The student who slept with a professor and destroyed his career. Fair or not, that's how people saw it. She dropped out in May. Never finished her thesis. 2 years of work gone. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents in Sacramento. Her mom called me once, about a month after everything happened. Said Lauren was depressed. Said she'd made a mistake. Said she hoped I could find it in my heart to forgive her. I told her mom I hoped Lauren got the help she needed, but I'd moved on. As for me, I'm still in the condo. Still at my job. I actually got promoted in June, senior systems architect. Better pay, better benefits. The work kept me focused during the worst of it. I started seeing a therapist in May, which has actually helped a lot. We talk about trust, about red flags I ignored, about not losing myself in relationships. Good stuff. Stuff I needed to hear. I went on a few dates over the summer. Nothing serious yet, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm learning to be okay alone. To not need someone else to feel complete. I converted Lauren's old office back into a home gym. Bought a Peloton, some weights, a heavy bag. I'm in the best shape of my life now. Funny how that works. Sometimes late at night, I think about whether I should have just let it go. Let her have her affair. Let her figure it out on her own without getting Patricia involved. But then I remember the palimony documents. The manipulation. The complete lack of respect for what we'd built together. The way she tried to rewrite history to make me the villain in her story. She didn't just cheat. She tried to rob me on her way out the door. She tried to take $75,000 plus 2 years of monthly payments for the privilege of living in my home and cheating on me with her professor. And honestly, I don't feel guilty about what I did. I told the truth to someone who deserved to know it. Everything that happened after that was a result of their own choices, their own lies, their own betrayal. Patricia deserved to know her husband was cheating. She deserved to know a student was living on her property under false pretenses. She deserved to make informed decisions about her marriage and her family. I sleep fine at night. Better than fine, actually. I sleep great. Edit 1. A lot of people are asking if I ever heard from Dr. Brennan directly. No. Never. Not a single word. I think his lawyers probably told him to stay completely silent. Smart move on his part, honestly. Edit 2. Someone asked if I kept any of Lauren's stuff that she didn't pick up. She came by once with her dad to get her things. This was about a week after everything blew up. It was awkward as hell. I stayed in my bedroom the whole time. Let them pack everything up. Her dad knocked on my door before they left. Said, "I'm sorry about all this. We raised her better than this." That was weird. I didn't know what to say, so I just nodded. Haven't heard from any of them since. Edit 3. For those wondering, no, I haven't dated anyone seriously since. I've been on maybe a dozen dates since summer. Some good, some not. I'm taking my time, figuring out what I actually want, what my boundaries are, what I won't tolerate. No rush.